Good morning, student. This is your biology class, and today I am start a new chapter. I'm going to start a new chapter that is biomolecules. And in this chapter, I will discuss about the different kinds of biomolecules and their biological use. Mm, before we going to before we going in detail, we should have to know about the meaning of biomolecules. You can see this word is made up of two words. This whole word is made up of two words: molecules, bio and molecules. Bio is it is related to the living organism, whereas a molecule is a chemical element or chemical compound. So the chemical which are produced by the living organism is called biomolecules. अब आप सोचेंगे कि लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म बायोमोलिक्यूल्स कैसे प्रोड्यूस करेगा. Because whenever we take the source for the synthesis of the biomolecule is started from whenever we consuming the different kinds of food. So whenever we consume different kinds of food items, from these food items, after the digestion, after the assimilation of these food items, different kinds of chemical are synthesized by the cells of living organism. Clear? Because a lots of enzyme are used in the production of these kind of biomolecules, and these the biomolecules are the principal source for the growth and development for all living organisms. Clear? These biomolecules are the so important compounds, organic compounds. In a simple definition, a biomolecules is a carbon compound or carbon compound element which are used it is the biomolecules is a carbon based organic compound produced by the living organism. And up to now, 25 natural occurring chemical elements are found in the biomolecules, and these natural occurring chemical elements are the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus and sulfur. Clear? So these are the natural occurring element which together form a biomolecule structure. Now, on the basis of the molecular size of biomolecules, it is classified into two groups. First one is small sized biomolecules, and second one is large sized biomolecules. The small sized biomolecules, or we can say biomolecules or micromolecules. These includes the amino acid, sugar, fatty acid, nucleotides. These are the simple small size biomolecules which are the principal source of energy for all living organisms. Whereas macrobiomolecules or large size biomolecules includes the polysaccharides, polypeptides and nucleic acid. Nucleic acid, as you know that nucleic acid is the genetic material of all living organisms, and this nucleic acid is made up of with the natural occurring chemical elements, and these elements are the carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and so on. Clear? Nucleic acid is the heritable or informational macromolecules which are heritated from one individual to another individual, and proteins are the polymer of the amino acid. So whenever amino acid joined with each other form a chain that is called proteins. So these are the important macromolecules, or we can say small size biomolecules together form the large size biomolecules. So when uh, when sugar molecules, one sugar molecules present in a single form, that is known as considered as a small size biomolecules. Whenever more than one sugar molecules attached bond by the through the bond is known as a polysaccharides, and these polysaccharides are the bio macrobiomolecules. So these biomolecules are very important for all living organisms, because all living organisms consist or composed with a complex system of organic and inorganic compounds, and these compounds uh, form into the biomolecules. So this is the introduction of biomolecules. Now I will move the example of the small size biomolecules like amino acid. So first we have I will discuss about the amino acid. What is amino acid, and what is the significance of amino acid in our in all living organism. So amino acid are the important chemical or the important biomolecules which composed with chemical element like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and sulfur. So important chemical elements are present in the amino acid structure, or we can say all four items or four elements together form a structure that is called amino acid. तो अमीनो एसिड में कौन कौन से केमिकल एलिमेंट हैं? कार्बन, हाइड्रोजन, ऑक्सीजन, नाइट्रोजन एंड सल्फर. So 5 types of organic inorganic elements or compounds are formed in amino acid. This amino acid is the simplest biomolecules. It having the small molecular weight. Its molecular weight is very small, lightweight, and it is a small sized structure. This is the building block of protein molecules. So whenever more than one amino acid joined with the peptide bond is called proteins. ठीक है, तो एक से ज़्यादा अमीनो एसिड पेप्टाइड बॉन्ड के थ्रू एक चेन फॉर्म करेंगे तो उसे हम प्रोटीन्स कहेंगे. So that's why amino acid is the building block of proteins. Clear? Now there are naturally 20 amino acids are present, and these 20 amino acids are important for different functions inside our body. On the basis of the need of body, on the basis of the function or need of the body, there are two category of amino acid, for, like non-essential amino acid, and the second one is essential amino acid. Essential amino acid and non-essential amino acid categorized on the basis of the need, on the basis of the function of our body. So first you should have to know about the structure of amino acid. तो स्ट्रक्चर अमीनो एसिड का तो सिंपल है, क्योंकि इसमें कार्बन, हाइड्रोजन, नाइट्रोजन, सल्फर एंड ऑक्सीजन प्रेजेंट होता है. तो दिस सो अमीनो एसिड हैविंग अ कार्बन, दिस कार्बन is contains different kinds of groups, different kinds of other element, that is called alpha carbon. You can see amino acid having the alpha carbon. Some amino acid also have the beta and gamma carbon, but principally alpha carbon present in a simple amino acid, that is glycine. Glycine is the simple amino acid. Clear? This is the structure of glycine, and you can see in this diagram, this is the alpha carbon, and this alpha carbon having the hydrogen, nitrogen or R group, carboxylic group. So in amino acid structure there are two kinds of groups, carboxylic group and amino group. Both are joined on a alpha carbon. This R group includes different kinds of alkyl group. ठीक है, डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ फंक्शनल ग्रुप. ठीक है, इसको हम फंक्शनल ग्रुप कहते हैं. अब फंक्शनल ग्रुप में एरोमेटिक ग्रुप भी जुड़ा होता है, एल्कलाई ग्रुप भी जुड़ा होता है, कुछ भी जुड़ा हो सकता है. सो आर स्टैंड फॉर द फंक्शनल ग्रुप एंड दीज आर द स्ट्रक्चरल ग्रुप. सो कार्बोक्सिलिक ग्रुप, अमीनो ग्रुप एंड फंक्शनल ग्रुप. फंक्शनल ग्रुप कैन एनीथिंग. So on the basis of this functional group, amino acid categorized or classified into the three types. First is the aliphatic amino acid. Second one is aromatic amino acid, and third one is heterocyclic amino acid. Clear? So on the basis of the functional group, amino acid are categorized into the aliphatic, aromatic as well as a heterocyclic amino acid. This structure is a simple amino acid, that is glycine. Beside this, alanine, tryptophan, asparagine, glutamine, glutamate, these are the important amino acids. Clear? So you can see 20 amino acid. 20 में से ये सभी के नाम है ग्लाइसिन, एलानिन, सेरीन, सिस्टीन, एस्पार्टिक, ग्लूटामिक एसिड, एस्पार्जिनिन, ग्लूटामीन, मेथियोनिन, थ्रियोनिन. These are the important amino acids. The chemical and physical properties of the amino acid is very common. ठीक है, and because of the spatial arrangement of the carboxylic and amino group, because एक ही कार्बन पे दोनों अमीनो ग्रुप जुड़े हुए हैं, इसलिए ज़्यादातर अमीनो एसिड्स के जो केमिकल और फिज़िकल प्रॉपर्टीज़ होते हैं वो कॉमन होते हैं. Now this is all about the introduction of amino acid. Now types of amino acid, two categories हैं. On the basis of the functional group, amino acid categorized in three forms, that is aliphatic, aromatic and heterocyclic. Whereas on the basis of the uh, need on the basis of the need to the living organism, amino acid also classified in two types: non-essential amino acid and essential amino acid. Essential amino acids are those amino acids which are required to the cells, which are required to the living organism for the different kinds of function, metabolic function. And the essential amino acid are the valine, isoleucine. You can see in this your book, valine, isoleucine, leucine, threonine, tryptophan, lysine. These are the important essential amino acid which are used by the cells of living organism. Whenever these essential amino acids are deficient in our body, different kinds of disorder and diseases arises. ठीक है, बहुत सारे डिसऑर्डर्स स्टार्ट हो जाते हैं, जैसे कि बहुत सारे डिसीजेज हैं. इसमें आपको this important. That's why essential amino acids are required for our body for better functional activity. Clear? And non-essential amino acids are the alanine, glycine, glutamate. ये सारी चीज़ें ये सारे अमीनो एसिड नॉन इसेंशियल में आते हैं. नाउ व्हाट इज़ द प्रॉपर्टीज़ ऑफ अमीनो एसिड? प्रॉपर्टीज़ में हम देखते हैं कि अमीनो एसिड हैविंग द चार्जेस. चार्ज इट कंटेन्स two opposite charges, negative and positive charges. Clear? So carboxylic group having the negative charges whenever it loses the OH group and hydrogen group, and second charges is on the amine group, means nitrogen having the positive charges. So the chemical properties is first, amino acid is a charged molecule. It contains two opposite charges, positive and negative. Positive charges present on the nitrogen group, and negative charges are present on the carboxylic group. ठीक है, तो ये जो आप देख रहे हैं, ये स्ट्रक्चर, इस स्ट्रक्चर में ये जो ग्रुप हैं कार्बोक्सिलिक ग्रुप, तो ये एक निगेटिव चार्जेस होंगे और इस पे पॉजिटिव चार्जेस होंगे. जब दो अमीनो एसिड एक दूसरे से ज्वाइंट होंगे तो वहाँ से वाटर मॉलिक्यूल रिलीज़ होंगे, उसकी वजह से एक हाइड्रोजन लूज करने के बाद वो एक निगेटिव चार्ज में कन्वर्ट हो जाएंगे. ठीक है, और नाइट्रोजन में एक हाइड्रोजन ग्रुप जुड़ेगा तो वहाँ एक पॉजिटिव चार्ज हो जाएगा. So that is the special arrangement of the charges on the amino acid. That's why amino acid is a charged molecule. They react with acid as well as base molecule, and that's why, due to having the two opposite charges, the amino acid is the amphoteric in nature. Amphoteric means they have two different charges, positive and negative charges. Clear? So this is the important properties of amino acid. Those amino acid which having the dicarboxylic group, that is called acidic in nature, and those amino acid having the positive charge, that is known as a positive charge, that act as a basic. क्लियर. सो एसिड एंड बेस अमीनो एसिड भी प्रेजेंट होते हैं. तो अगर हम अमीनो एसिड को क्लासिफाइड करें तो अमीनो एसिड क्लासिफाइड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द नीड requirement of the body. The first essential amino acid, second one is non-essential amino acid. If we classify the amino acid on the basis of their charges, there are two categories of amino acid. Acid amino acid which having the negative charges on. Next basic amino acid which having the positive charge on the nitrogen group. तो एसिड एंड बेस अमीनो एसिड. थर्ड जो ग्रुप होते हैं अमीनो एसिड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ फंक्शनल ग्रुप, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ आर ग्रुप, दैट इज एलिफेटिक अमीनो एसिड, एरोमेटिक अमीनो एसिड एंड heterocyclic amino acid. So there are different classification of the amino acid on the basis of requirements, on the basis of charges, on the basis of the functional group. These are the important point regarding to this amino acid. And next properties of the amino acid is the amino acid generally colorless crystalline substances. They form a crystal, that's why it is a crystalline structure. They having the high melting point and these are the tasteless. सो ना तो इनका कलर होता है ना इनका कोई स्वाद होता है. ठीक है. और इनकी जो मेल्टिंग पॉइंट होते हैं वो हायर होते हैं. दे बिहेव लाइक सॉल्ट एंड देयर सॉल्युबिलिटी इन वाटर इज वेरीज. ठीक है. सम अमीनो एसिड्स आर इजीली सॉल्युबल इन वाटर एंड सम आर नॉट सॉल्युबल इन वाटर. सो ये कुछ अलग है. डिपेंड करता है कि किस टाइप का साइड चेन, किस टाइप का आर ग्रुप अमीनो एसिड पर जुड़ा हुआ है. क्लियर. सो अगर एरोमेटिक अमीनो एसिड है तो दैट इज़ नॉट सॉल्युबल इन वाटर. बट अगर एलिफेटिक जुड़ा हुआ है तो दैट इज़ सॉल्युबल इन वाटर. Clear? So these are the important properties of the amino acid. Now what are the function of amino acid? Amino acid का जो first function है that is for the synthesis of proteins. That's why it is known as the amino acid is the building block of proteins. Second जो होते हैं some amino acid converted into the biological active compound like tyrosine, and tyrosine converted into the hormones. So all living organism, whether it is plant or animals, they have a hormones, producing hormones, and these hormones are synthesized by the amino acid. Which kind of amino acid? Tyrosine, tryptophan. Clear. So these are the important aromatic, basically aromatic amino acid involving in the production, in the synthesis of different kinds of hormones, and these hormones having the important physiological properties for the living organism. Clear. And जैसे skin pigment, melanin, these are produced by the amino acid. And which kind of amino acid? Tyrosine. Next, whenever we remove the amine group, clear, this that amino acid is converted into the glucose. So from amino acid we synthesize the glucose molecule also when we remove the amino group from the amino acid structure. So जब हम amino acid से amine group हटा देंगे तो वो अमीनो एसिड एक से ज़्यादा अमीनो एसिड ग्लूकोज में कन्वर्ट हो जाएंगे। And whenever we remove the carboxylic group from the amino acid, it produces the biological active amines like histamine. Histamine is a very important amino acid which are used in the buffer system. अब बफर क्या होते हैं ये आप केमिस्ट्री टीचर से आप पूछिएगा। नाउ some amino acids are used are synthesized as a byproduct in our body like urea, citrulline, orthionine. These are the different amino acids which are used which are produced inside our body in our body as a waste product. ठीक है, and we remove by removing these waste product maintaining the ammonia concentration in our body. So these are the important use and function of amino acid. Glycine is the most important amino acid because the structure of glycine having the heme, it used in the synthesis of heme group, and heme is related to the hemoglobin, means RBCs. So directly glycine involved in the synthesis of RBCs यानी कि ब्लड। तो ब्लड हमारे बॉडी में जो ब्लड बनते हैं वो भी अमीनो एसिड से ही होते हैं बनते हैं। तो कौन से अमीनो एसिड रिस्पॉन्सिबल है? दैट इज़ ग्लाइसिन। ग्लाइसिन इज़ यूज्ड इन द प्रोडक्शन इन द सिंथेसिस ऑफ हीम, दैट इज़ हीमोग्लोबिन, एंड दैट हीमोग्लोबिन प्रोड्यूस्ड और फॉर्म्ड RBCs यानी रेड ब्लड cells. So these are the important function of amino acid. Whenever more than two amino acid joined in a single chain via a bond, that bond is called peptide bond, and this peptide bond seen in the structure of proteins. दैट इज़ ऑल अबाउट दी अमीनो एसिड। नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम आगे और डिटेल करेंगे अमीनो एसिड के बारे में। दैट्स ऑल फॉर टुडे।